Well, because I'm stubborn and don't want to let it go, I'm going to go right over here and hit this one spot again where I got that one bite. Let's see if he'll do anything. Those were mudfish or cichlids scattering when my bait hit the water. Not bass. Reminds me of that one video. Here, fishy, fishy, take the frickin' bait. Oh, here comes a little junior gator. No, I don't have anything for you. I'm not good enough to have caught you any fish. Well, I guess since this is kind of my first official video that I'm making for YouTube, I'll tell you a little bit about myself anyways, if you care. So, I'm in my upper 50s. I've got 3 beautiful daughters and 2 wonderful grandchildren. And I love doing outdoor stuff. A lot of times I'll bring some family members along, especially my little man. He likes to go do things with me, although he says fishing's his least favorite. He likes drag races and 4-wheeling and NASCAR races and all that stuff most. But I really do like getting out. As with everybody, the rest of my life has been a whole thing for other videos possibly, but mostly I just like to be private about that kind of stuff. So, well, that's not a good first cast. Luckily it came out. I like to say, if you're afraid to lose it, don't cast it. That's the truth. You'll never lose the cheap tackle, you'll always lose the expensive stuff. Well, anyways, like I was saying, I like doing stuff outdoors, and living down here in Florida allows that most of the year. So I complain about the heat in the summer, so if you ever see me posting videos of the summer, I complain about the heat a lot, but man, it's paradise down here when it's fall and winter and early spring. Basically, we get 2 seasons here. We get about 2 to 3 weeks of fall weather, and then the rest of the year it's basically summer. Like right now, it's only supposed to be in the 70s, but it feels more like 80. And this is the first week in January. Gonna try a couple more spots here before, if I don't get any bites, I'll head over this little bitty pond with like a little 10-foot access that's close by to see if I can catch something. I don't have a whole lot of time today. I do have to get back to the house and get some stuff ready to head back to work tomorrow, unfortunately. I hope to make more videos. One of these days it would be nice to just be retired and make a few videos every now and again of my adventures. And I will and do, mostly just for my own memory's sake. If other people enjoy them and like them, that's great too, but 9 out of 10, I'm doing this basically for myself. When I get older, it'd be nice to be able to just sit back and watch some videos of things I was able to do when I was younger. I guess if you call your upper 50s young. I've got to do a lot of things, but way before I ever picked up the camera though. Maybe in other videos I'll share some of those things. We'll just see how it goes. For now, we gotta get us a fish. I know it's a cliche, but it's true. They call it fishing, not catching. You can't beat the view though. You guys can't see it, but that is a whole ton of fish over there. And I would bet they're cichlids, not bass. Yep. Yeah. When they scatter like that, and they're in big groups like that, they're those dang cichlids. Are you pointing me to the fish there, duck? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna take your word for it, and I'm gonna cast over there. If there ain't a fish, it's your fault. I think those are the cichlids though. Yep. The way I can always tell bass from the cichlids, besides they look different, is if you can't really make it out good in the water, the bass will always curiously go over by the bait. Even if they don't want it, they'll go look at it. Cichlids, they couldn't give a care less. If you see me looking down all the time, it's because if you don't know, down here in the south, especially down here in Florida, fire ants are everywhere. And if you don't watch for them, I promise you they're coming for you. And there'll be none on you, and 2 seconds later there will be a million on you. And that sounds like it's exaggeration, but it is not. So if you ever come anywhere in the south, especially down here in Florida, watch out for what looks like disturbed piles. They're fire ants, and they are bad. Okay, there is a good example of the start of a fire ant colony. Now I don't know if you can see them very well or not, but them little suckers are so small, and by the time you know they're on you, they will have eaten you half alive. All right, everyone, we're gonna make our way back to the little mule, which is my Jeep, if I didn't introduce you yet. And then we're gonna go to another little spot. All right, everyone, there is Little Mule, my 2025 Jeep Wrangler. I had a 2022 four-door, but I decided to trade it and get rid of it because this two-door is much better out on the trails. It's Fathom blue. Half the time it looks black, the other half the time it looks blue. Me and my little man like taking the doors and the top and the sides off and just running around. Anyways, that's Little Mule. All right, here's the last little place to try for today. And as I said, it is a very small access. I don't want to jinx myself, but even in this little bitty spot, believe it or not, I usually get one at least, probably a good 70% of the time. See if we have any luck. I call it luck because you can do all the prepping you want, throw all the right baits, use all the right techniques, and you still got to have a fish in the spot at the right time to want that bait. So all right, everyone, that will be the end of my first video attempt for YouTube. I didn't realize how quick these GoPro batteries were going to run out, so I guess if I'm going to keep doing this, I'm going to have to get a couple extra batteries. But there is the view that I ended up with for the afternoon. If you made it this far, I appreciate it. Hopefully there'll be more to come. Depends on how I can do. Thanks, everybody. Bye.